Ooh, idea. Top of the morning to you. Today, I'm going to talk about creativity. I know I have this habit of turning all the positive things that people say to me into a negative, but in all honesty, creativity can be torture. Creativity is like a drug, like a hard drug. Coke, crack, heroin? So, heroin. Creativity is like heroin. Creativity had me up at 5 a.m. last week, making sure I finished that video for Valentine's Day. I technically live and breathe in the creative world. As a profession, I am a graphic designer. So, for a living, I come up with a creative way to visually represent the ideas that clients want their audiences to glean from my work. Or whatever. And you think doing it all day and all week would be my creative fix, but like any good junkie, I just need more. After I got out of school, I started taking up writing. I co-wrote a movie, like the worst movie. It had no focus or narrative through line or really a point. It was so bad. And I made people read it. I really just wanted to make a movie. I wanted to direct a movie. At the time, I didn't know any writers, so I had to learn how to do it on my own so I could just shoot something. I never really wanted to write. I never really had an inkling to do so, but I needed something. I hated writing. Eventually, I worked on more things and I got better at it. And now I'm almost at the point where I enjoy writing. Almost. But I have crossed the Rubicon when it comes to having the feeling that I need to write the story just to get it out of my head. Out of my head. Further down that road, I made scripts. I've written them. I've collected them into something. I've learned how to proofread them. Not really. So it was time to learn how to start shooting and directing these things. So I started to learn how to shoot and direct. In other words, I put myself in charge of everything. De facto, making myself the guy who has to boss everybody around. Like, I love it the most, but honestly, it drives me nuts. And at the end of it all, I'm really totally ready to do it again. What else but an addiction? Once it grinds you down into a fine mist and then makes you come back for more, what else but an addiction does that? Always chasing that high. Just chasing. As we speak right now, I'm in pre-production for a video. One that I co-wrote, just because I bought a new piece of equipment. I honestly can't wait to start, and I will as soon as weather and other people's schedules let me. Perhaps you can tell I have a bit of a problem just sitting down and watching TV. I just can't relax. If I'm alone and doing nothing, I feel like I'm just wasting time. I need to do something. I need to find something to do. Do I need rehab? Can you set up your own intervention? I'm gonna go look into this. I can only snap with one hand. And now here we are at the end, where end things happen. Oh, look, a giant subscribe button has appeared. I wonder what that could be for. You know, I'm gonna let you figure that one out. So I found myself on a brand new podcast this week. A few years ago, I used to have a podcast. Well, two. I had two podcasts. They're both gone now. I hung up my podcasting boots. I hung up my podcasting hat. Look, either way, I'm done. Well, for many reasons, but the main one being that it's supposed to be a fun conversation that you have with your friends, and it turned into a massive, immovable wall of frustration in my life. And that really had to go. And now I'm on a podcast again. I had stipulations. I wasn't just gonna walk into this again. Well, just really one stipulation. I am just the sidekick. I'll be on the podcast, but I am not in charge of anything. If you want to hear the Dick Grayson the podcasts, just check it out. It might be fun. It could be horrible. It would most likely be a train wreck. How many people love watching a train wreck? I mean, not the massive amounts of death, but tragedy. I saw Jupiter Ascending.